Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
I am Rex. We're definitely not doing wildly inappropriate things.
This looks like
a
fancy
it's like
whiskey,
a
doesn't
samurai
it?
type of deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
This is actually metal. And Nikka whiskey, golden gold. Oh, these are like...
No, it's solid, man.
Yeah.
And don't try to bring it. I mean, look, you gotta take this off before you pour it too, cause
yeah, got the armor.
Yeah.
I think you need to find the world's most badass squirrel. Poke his head through there.
Yeah, give him a helmet. So, Brian Love.
Yeah?
And that's not who this is from, by the way. This is from Steve K.
Steve K, you magnificent bastard!
Now, Brian Love is our resident expert of all things Japanese whiskey. I have never met anybody through the internet who knows more about Japanese whiskey than Brian Love.
I have not met him. How is he resident?
Every time he emails me...
Where's he from?
I'm not sure where he lives exactly.
Right?
But he has a website called the Japanese Whiskey Review.
Okay.
And every time we review a Japanese whiskey, he sends me an email with like 4 pages of information about that whiskey we reviewed that we left out.
And corrections?
And regularly corrections, yeah. But he's always gracious and kind about it.
Lovely.
So I emailed him and I said, hey, what's the story on this golden gold?
Yeah.
And he said, it's a budget Nikka release.
Man, it does... Look, if you're gonna budget something, save the $8 of...
So what happened was Nikka and Golden Gold has been around for a long time. And it's always been the cheap budget release.
Right.
And then they did this and put it into the tourist duty-free market.
Oh.
But it's...
See, that's weird because this would make me immediately suspicious.
Yeah.
Right? I see this as like, you know what, if this was truly an amazing whiskey...
You wouldn't need that.
You don't need...
The accoutrement.
Right, you don't need samurai armor.
Now this is pot still and coffee still blended. So this is actually closer. Here's what I want you to think of this as.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm thinking about.
I want you to think of it as Irish whiskey.
No, I'm thinking budget scotch.
Okay. Well, the peated, there might be some smoke notes in there.
Yeah.
But the style of pot still and column still blended, that's a very Irish thing to do.
Okay.
Now, and technically, when you're talking blended scotch, it's also a common thing to do with blended scotch.
Sure.
Pot still mixed with grain still.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll call it blended budget scotch.
I think we could probably pull some budget scotches off the shelf and find something pretty
comparable.
Close. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's got this ashy note to it. This is going to be one of those Johnny Walkers that's trying to hint at smoke but doesn't quite achieve it.
You think?
Or it could be Cutty Sark. Has that hint of slightly ashy smoke, if I remember correctly.
Cutty Sark?
Let's see. We'll do a tiny little taste.
Cutty Sark.
No, that's not it. It's way too vanilla. White Label has that ashy note.
Does it have the ash? The ashy? I feel like there's a budget scotch we reviewed relatively recently within the last month.
It's not the same thing, but it's close. It's a little less ashy, but it's in the same territory.
Oh yeah,
you see what I mean?
Yeah, they're going in the same direction. Sure.
So if you wanted to add more honey to the Nikka whiskey,
right,
and you have less honey, right? So the Nikka whiskey has more honey. But if you want to taste what this tastes like, pretty reasonably close,
right?
It's Dewar's White Label.
Dewar's White Label, and you're not spending money on packaging, which...
Yeah, I looked up prices that were showing this at like $200.
Oh, shut your face.
Not joking.
Shut your face.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Japan.
Steve K, I don't know what he got it for, but thank you.
Yeah. So...
Your kids would love that.
I like this better than the whiskey.
Yeah, me too.
This ridiculous, yeah.
Well, let's try something else. Set this aside, we'll come back to these.
Yeah.
We got still some more comments in there.
Oh, yes. The comments from the Ryan Trump. Share your whiskey misconceptions. I saw this, and I thought it was an excellent...
I loved that idea.
Yeah, basically, all the things that you were mistaken about, right?
It's like misheard lyrics. But for whiskey.
Right.
Excuse me while I kiss this guy.
Yeah. What's that song like? Saturday, Friday night, we left it like a dish in the middle of the night. Right?
Blinded by the light.
You know what I thought the lyrics were?
What?
Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche in the middle of the night.
Oh. Wrapped up like a douche in the middle.
That's the only thing I could ever hear.
Oh, God.
And,
Okay.
and then somebody corrected me as this is what it actually is. And I tried to hear the correct thing.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Yeah. So, whiskey misconception, one that I had was that Scottish whiskey required used oak.
Okay. All right. That's a misconception.
And it doesn't.
Well, something that I have been told, but I'd never really bothered to listen to, and it wasn't until I was in Ireland having conversations with Irish distillers. The Irish whiskey loophole.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They have such a huge advantage. This is so frustrating.
It's a big deal.
In Irish whiskey, they don't have to use oak.
Nope.
Just has to be wood.
Wood.
Just has to be wood. The amount of exploration, the amount of possibilities, that's ridiculous. Okay. It was an interesting question. I was going through, I saw some of the replies. This is super good because all the people who are new, they're going to share misconceptions.
And then they feel like they're not the only one who thought that.
For him, it was bonded. I thought it meant the whiskey was fortified with neutral spirits.
Oh yeah, basically that it was blended with a light whiskey. Yeah.
All right. We got the Matt Paradis.
Into a light whiskey.
Matt Paradis, what's your favorite whiskey to cut with lemonade for a summer drink?
I have never cut lemonade with whiskey ever.
Neither have I. I've done lemonade at iced tea.
It sounds like if it was me, it'd be bourbon. Because bourbon has that molassesy honey thing, and then you get like an Arnold Palmer action.
We need to do on the Tribe channel in a few weeks.
The best whiskey with lemonade?
Well, just whiskey summer drinks. Because in the hot months...
It gets hot here.
It's
already hot here.
The searching for and the exploring of whiskey takes a hit. It's in the colder months where people are really deep into that scene. So...
This is weird, man.
I would kind of, just because I need to be doing whiskey. It's part of my job. So exploring some hot weather whiskey. Yeah, whiskey.
It's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. Sure.
This
is
is
a new whiskey.
This is from Montie Ryals.
Montie Ryals, you magnificent bastard.
Fight.
Now, this is a company,
Camino Ray with
Dry Diggings Distillery. It's Sacramento.
Is that me? That's incredibly cloudy.
It's so cloudy. Look at the glass.
This is probably one of the cloudiest.
It is the most unfiltered, and what is it proofed to?
It's 40%.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
So they proofed it down to 40, but they didn't filter it, which means it's a really cloudy, musty looking spirit.
And it's not frosted glass. It's a clear.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a reason that people filter.
What? It's like that, like the fresh made apple cider.
Yes, it does look like that.
Yeah.
Whoa. So this is Chris and Erica Steller that managed this show, but
have you noticed this?
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, there's like a potpourri.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's musty. It's musty potpourri, like a potpourri with a layer of dust on top of it.
It's like a potpourri. It's the Pier 1 store.
Yep.
And then it's
Papasan chairs.
Wicker extract.
Yes, wicker.
Wicker extract.
Yeah.
So you take wicker, and then you juice the wicker, and then you boil down the juices of that wicker.
You know what it smells like?
And then
the cushions on antique chairs. The dusty cushions on an antique chair. The wood.
Like old lady perfume?
And the dusty cushions.
Okay.
Like when you hit the cushion and a cloud of poof comes, it's that smell of dusty upholstery.
It's like hugging a grandma.
Because I used to work at a furniture store, and I would have to do the furniture pickup from when they were repairing upholstery, and there's a smell to upholstery shops. Right. It's a mixture of foam and fabric and dust and metal.
What is the most notable thing for me, beyond all these very unique and rare notes I'm getting on the nose?
Strange.
How much is coming out of this nose at 40% alcohol?
Yeah, it's jumping out of the glass. No, maybe not in the way I like, but it's definitely jumping out of the glass.
Are we certain this is all just whiskey and there's no artificial additive?
All we know about it is that it was created, it's called whiskey.
What does this say?
Right?
They say we put in wicker juice?
They have absolutely no information about how this whiskey's made. Or what the mash bill is, or
definitely unique.
Why is it called only whiskey?
Definitely unique.
Yeah.
See,
all right, I'm gonna try this.
This is okay. As you sip, this is giving me flashbacks to something I gave up on a long time ago, want to drop in a little bit of the ice there. Because I think this thing at 40%, this could be a weird animal that could be a 40% whiskey that had such intensity and unique flavors that would still be able to stand up to ice.
You know what it tastes like? It tastes like a porter, a beer, like a dark porter, but like a chocolate malt porter.
What the hell is in my ear? Go through like a tree or something?
I don't know. No, don't do it. It does taste like an actual porter.
Okay.
Like minus the carbonation.
And then the finish is kind of
a chocolate malt porter.
And then it's a little.
What's it taste like?
Little sour, bitter barrel in that finish.
Yeah, but I can't get away from I'm drinking a flat beer, a really high proof flat beer.
A really sweet.
It's not hoppy though.
Very sweet.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's a chocolate kind of malt porter where you get those really sweet chocolatey notes.
Right.
Yeah, that's bizarre, man.
All right. Oh, we already did this.
Yeah.
So that happens.
Yeah, I'm going back to the doers. I'm going back to the doers. That's what I'm doing, yeah.
Because you don't want to empty the $200 budget scotch that's really a Japanese whiskey. But, thank you. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, I fight for a friend.
You steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.